Hey everybody, how's it going? Before I get into this video, because there's a tendency in the comment section recently to willfully twist some things that I say, I want to be clear that I support green energy. I think green energy is the future, and I think that as more money flows into this sector, there's going to be more incentive structures to come up with ways to sustainably power a country of this size with over 300 million people in it using green energy sources. It's going to take some time, but I do believe in it. It's a good cause, and I think it's good that we are finally starting to get to that point of the curve where we are getting exponential improvement, while simultaneously we are having decreases in the price of alternative energy. That being said, it's important to discuss a term called greenwashing. Greenwashing is a term that you use to describe a company that makes it very, very difficult to work on their products, that has high carbon emissions in some way, shape, or form, that doesn't believe in recycling or reusing, but they pretend to by putting little pictures and news stories on their website that make it seem like they care about climate change and being green. And I wanted to show you an example of this. It's actually a great example. So this is on Apple's website. Apple commits to be 100% carbon neutral by 2030. You have a picture of a windmill. It's a really high resolution picture of a windmill. They made sure to Photoshop out any of the dead birds around there. You have a bunch of solar panels over here, more windmills, a server room with renewable energy. You have a picture of a giraffe. I mean, they got to be green. You got a picture of a giraffe, right? Well, here's how you work on this green company's green products. So this is a video that I did a few years ago where I show you that there is a charging chip that dies in many of these computers that they have told the manufacturer of the chip don't make available to anybody. And once you've troubleshooted this and you figured out that this chip is the problem, I don't know why this went to the section of the video where I am using my girlfriend as a hostage while I'm shooting a Nerf gun at high. But anyway, in this video, I'm going over troubleshooting and then the eventual lack of ability to fix it because I'm not able to get access to that chip. And in this video, there is a few people asking, can you get this chip from anywhere else? Well, yes, you can. This video is by Apple Pie Tech. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. And what you do here to fix this $2,000 to $3,000 product when it breaks, because the company that makes it is so green, is you buy a $129 product from that company, and then you break it to harvest the chip that you need to fix the $2,000 product, because that's green. So what you do to get this chip, because they tell the company that sells it, don't sell it to anybody but us. Don't sell it to anybody but Apple. If anybody comes knocking at your door and says, we want to buy this charging chip, whether it's Mouser or DigiKey or Newark, don't sell it to them. Don't allow independent repair shops to get access to this. What you need to do is you need to buy a battery charging case, rip everything out of it, take the chip out, and then discard the rest. What do you think people are going to do with a battery charging case that has a specific battery that does not have a standard form factor that's designed to fit this specific case when they have broken it by removing the chip that they need? It goes in e-waste. And where does a lot of e-waste wind up getting dumped? Somewhere in Africa. Lots of people like to think that these e-waste companies are magically repurposing the lithium, and the reality is a lot of these e-waste companies really do find ways to just toss shit into a jungle in Africa. It's fucked up, it's wrong, but it's how a lot of this works. I shit you not, there was an actual e-waste company several years ago. What they did, they collected our e-waste. They actually gave us a little certificate or something, and then there was, I kid you not, this happened like 6 years ago. There were a few kids that started coming in the store and saying, do you buy this? And I'm like, what? And they go, yeah, we have a bunch of Apple parts. Do you buy this? And then I looked at it and had warranty stickers from my vendor on it. And I go, where'd you find this? And they pointed to the park that was 2 or 3 blocks away. And then we went to the park 2 or 3 blocks away. We reported the company that did that to the appropriate authority, and we found a new e-waste company. But lots of e-waste winds up just getting tossed. So it is very important at this stage that you try to reuse things. So this here is a video from Apple Pie Tech, where what he is doing is he is going to open up this smart battery case that he bought from Apple for $100 or $129, and then he is going to extract the chip from it that he needs to do this repair. So he is going to pry it open, and as you can see, he's just destroying this thing. This thing's never going to go back together properly. And he's going to take the board out. After he takes the board out of it, he's going to put it in this little case. He's going to use these, looks like Exolite 175M fine tip snippers, and he is going to cut the shield off. It looks like he just cut the shield off of it, and then he is going to remove the chip that he needs from the board. And once he removes that chip from the board, that phone case is no longer going to work. So what that is going to do, that phone case, that is going to wind up in an e-waste bin. And that e-waste bin most likely is going to wind up getting tossed somewhere. So this company that commits to being 100% carbon neutral, that talks about how much they care about the environment, that has pictures of windmills and solar panels and giraffes is actually screwing over the giraffe. Because next to this giraffe is probably going to be a pile of iPhone XR battery cases. Because the only way that you can fix the machines that have been released for the last 2 to 3 years when the charging circuit dies is to buy an iPhone XR charging case from Apple, break it, destroy it to harvest the chip, rather than buy it from normal sources. You can't buy it on Mouse or DigiKey or Newark, because when Mouse or DigiKey or Newark knock on Renaissance or Intersol's door, they're going to say, I'm sorry, we're only allowed to sell this chip to this one particular customer as per the contract agreement. Don't you pretend you care about this giraffe. You don't give a shit about this giraffe, Tim Cook. I'm going to make sure everybody knows about it. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. Think about the giraffe. Can you imagine the little giraffe just walking through the savannah in the Chulu Hills region of Kenya? And he gets burned because he stepped on a lithium battery that came out of an iPhone XR charging case that someone had to open up to get an ISO 9240 to fix a MacBook? I hope that giraffe's burn is on your conscience, Tim Cook. It should be. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.